All right, what's up and what's going on, y'all? Good morning. On with another one. And this one is relating to a message that I just received from somebody like an hour ago. And I guess I said, making side hustle money. Let me see if I can get it to open without going
What's
there.
up, fam?
It said, making side hustle money from poker. Some days are good and some days are bad, right? So I'm not going into depth about what that video was about. But I think I got an idea. But I think the guy, whoever this was, got it confused on what I was saying. Some days are good, some days are bad, which is true when it comes to playing poker. Just like everything. Stock investors do not make money every day in the stock game, in the trade game. Some days you win, some days you lose. The only thing that is profitable and guaranteed is when somebody's working a W-2 and your salary is based, right? So if you show up to work and it says you're making $40 an hour, long as you're there, that's what you're gonna make. $40 an hour, that's what you're gonna get. That's what is called a salary. That's what the arrangement, the contract is set up for at your job that you work, 9 to 5. That's what you're gonna always see. But this it says, brother, I'm sorry. You have to play poker to make more money to live. I'm saving and investing as much as I can so I don't have to deal with this situation. I'm also living life while I'm young. I guess it's just all about balance, right? So I gave him a thumbs up. I gave him a heart emoji and things like that. But at the same time, I guess maybe I said something in that video that made him think that I was at a need for money, and that's not true. Like I clearly stated before in my other videos while doing this, I'm a retiree. I've made all great moves and decisions in my chapters of my life, from beginning to middle to where I'm at now. Not really tooting my own horn, but my vehicle is 2026. My wife's vehicle, 2025. I have a home. I pay my mortgage. All my bills are paid on time. I have zero balance when it comes to my bills, right? I have money left over with no issues, no problems. I'm in a good lane, right? Where I pick my spot to retire at. So like I said, if anybody know me, like I said before, I'm a big time fisherman. So I have the beaches in my backyard. Matter of fact, I just came in not too long ago. I was out between 4 and 5 this morning, and I walked what we call the flats, and I was gigging, looking for flounder. Water was too low, a little bit saturated. So I just grabbed my lures and I brought them out. And if you know anything about fishing, I hit a ladyfish and I hit a sand trout between 5 and 6. Winds picked up, so then I came on back home. Then I'm going to play poker this morning because I have the luxury of having card houses in my area. It's in my backyard, 13 to 14 minutes away. So I'm in a good spot. I'm in a good space. I chose this area to retire in because this is a vacation hotspot / retirement community / pretty compact as far as not having to drive far to do a lot of things, right? People come down here for vacation purposes where I'm at, right? This is a vacation hot zone for a lot of people. But at the same time, when I was talking about side hustle, right? Because that is what the title was. Side hustle. I've always done side hustles. From my days of when I was young to where I'm at now. I'm too old to do the side hustles that I used to do, but I am a good poker player. So when it comes to that, I look at it as a side hustle stream of income. He said he's sorry that I have to play poker to make a living. Or, you know, I guess that's the way he must have heard something in the video. I'm not sure. But trust me, if I decided not to play poker, if I decided not to do side hustles, period, and I just decided to go fishing only, right? Let's just say poker wasn't available to me like it is, and I had to travel. Well, I wouldn't be doing that because gas is too high. I'm not traveling 3 to 4 hours away to go play poker because the only thing I'm doing is going for the entertainment, right? I'm gonna have to spend well over $100 and some in gas. We're gonna have to get a hotel. We're gonna have to get food and things like that. I don't play around with gambling when it comes to sports, when it comes to investments. I don't believe in any of that stuff, right? I just don't. It's not me. I don't care about living a high society type of life. I've never done that. I've never cried and wish I had millions and millions of dollars. If I wanted that, I know I could make it happen. No problem. I don't want that type of lifestyle. I love living the comfortable life that I'm living. Down to earth, right? Amongst real people. I know people of all shapes and sizes, culture. I don't see color. I'm that type of dude. I see humans, right? I don't see color. And when it comes to me getting along with people, that is what I do. I get along with people, whether you black, white, Chinese, Korean, whatever. I've had so many different people in my life, right? And we've gone our ways and things like that because these are chapters, but I've ran across all these type of people and I've had good rapport with a lot of them. So I'm the type of dude that I get along with everybody by human association. It's not by color, right? And this is just me talking because I don't want nobody to get it twisted in what I'm bringing about poker. It's nothing that I am looking at for survival. It's not. It's a side hustle. I'm making it that. So I put some stank to it by going back to the drawing board and saying, challenge yourself in this game. Just like somebody playing chess, right? Poker, somebody that's a chess player gonna probably say, no, it's nothing close to playing chess or nothing like that. But I'm just giving my own opinion of how I feel about it, right? So don't take it personal. To me, it is something like that because the luck is the first 2 cards you receive. After that, how you make your moves is all based on skill. It's all based on skill. As each card is laid out, you have a choice and decision to make. You read the board. You try to put in your head, what do we start our betting, right? What is in here in this board that I have and that person has, right? Who has the upper hand? Who has it locked in? So it's all about skill. It's luck in the beginning, but it's mainly about skill after the fact, right? That is the way I see it. So I look at it as a challenge, right? A big challenge where I challenge myself to go in on the poker tables like I do in the morning and try to crush my opponents. Just like we had, if you 60 years old and you know about this story, as cartoon watchers, right? There's a lot of messages in old school cartoons. And one cartoon that always stuck out to me was the one about Wile E. Coyote and the sheep herder. And if you remember this cartoon, Wile E. Coyote and that sheep herder, they show up to work and they got to punch a clock. They show up, they recognize one another. Hey, how's it going? By first name, they know each other. Once they punch that clock, then that coyote takes off. The sheep herder goes, put himself in position, and that coyote's job is to try to get them sheep. And the sheep herder, the sheepdog, is there to protect. So throughout the day, As the coyote is trying his best to formulate a plan on how to get them sheep up out of there so he can eat, that dog is there beating the mess off of him, beating the brakes off of him. And in the end, when it's all said and done, and it's time for them to clock out, the sheep, the dog shows up to the clock out, and the coyote, he's all beat up, his eyes all swollen, his tail, his ear, where there was one standing up, is now leaning to the side, and he takes a beat down throughout the whole day. That dog is killing them, right? But at the end, they size and they sit there and tell each other, have a great day, see you tomorrow, and go on about their business. That is what it's like on the poker table in my mentality. When I get on the table, I socialize for a minute. Before we get started, I'm socializing. I'm having conversation. How was it? Did you go fishing yesterday or nothing, anything like that? How did it go with the anniversary surprise for your wife and things like that? We're holding these type of conversations. Once them cards get in the air, though, I don't know you. I do not know you, right? When we on that table, I'm not trying to go anything. I'm not trying to check it down, right? I'm not trying to go more than one time, right? I'm a one-time player. I'm a one-time person. When we do it, it's one time. I'm like this, man. I can live with the loss, right? If I'm going to lose, then I lose, right? The only time that I've ever done this is when you have more than one player, period, in the hand. So if you play bomb pots, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. I never go more than one time when I'm heads up with somebody. I just can't. I don't do it because what are we doing it for? If you call me, why am I going more than one time with you? You call me. So why are we going more than once? I'm not doing it, right? But to the young man, I'm thinking he's young because he said he's living his life when he's young. And I can tell you, trust me, I lived my best days when I was young. I got so many stories. If anybody who was born in the 60s and raised in the 70s, but started spreading their wings in the 80s, the 90s, we were there when really getting it in was a true definition of getting it in. Going someplace and then going back home in one piece. I don't know what going on with the young today. Everybody's showing up with all type of guns you can't even pronounce. As people coming out the club, just coming out of vans and start spraying everybody that's walking out the club. So forgive me if I don't think you live in your best days compared to what our generation did. It may not have been the best, but I can tell you one thing. We respected each other a lot more than what y'all do when it comes to respecting life. So you don't have respect for your own life, and a lot of y'all don't respect life, right? And it's sad, but it has to be, it is what it is. And we see it all the time. If I was born in this time, there's no way I would call myself that I'm living my best days in this side with this age group, because y'all on some other type of level. We don't get it, but it is what it is. Y'all do what y'all do. But no, again, man, when it comes to that video and it says side hustle, believe me, it's not for survival mode. I don't need to do investments. I'm in a good lane. Trust me on that. And I'm not even doing this as a way where I'm trying to explain myself. I guess in a way it is, but at the same time, where I don't want to lose anybody is when I'm saying play poker in order to sustain a livelihood, right? Because that's not what my main purpose of discussions when I'm talking about this. I call it a side hustle because it's like a personal investment to yourself, right? You're going to have your good days. You're going to have your bad days. It's not always going to come the way you want it to come, right? When you get on a poker table, no matter how good you are, there's always somebody that can not play better than you, but they can pull off something and it just will destroy your hand quick. Somebody called me yesterday for a flush draw. He came in with a 3-8 for some reason of heart. 2 hearts hit the board. I had a king, right, with a queen kicker. I made it a simple 25. He called to see if he can get that other heart. He doesn't know if I got hearts, I could have the nut. I made it 25. He called to see it. He hit the heart. He made it a simple 5. He hit it on the river, I'm sorry. He made it a simple $5. I paid to see it because I hit my king. And yeah, he's turned over that flush. So he stayed in for that with that hand. I can't remember exactly what we even started out betting, but I do remember that he did stay in, whatever it was we betted, and he hit it. So I paid $5 to see it. He made it low enough for me to pay to see it, right? So that is what happened. He turned over flush. I thought he probably had, I put him on 2 pair. I thought he had king with me, but hit something else. So I thought he had 2 pair. I didn't think he stayed in for that flush draw, but he did. When I saw his cards, I'm surprised he did that, but he did it. But that is what happens, man, in poker. So yeah, again, to that person that left that message, I think you got it crossed on where I was going with this. And maybe I did say something in that video that made it seem that way, but trust me, I'm not hurting at all. I'm in a good lane. I'm in a comfortable, I have a comfortable lifestyle. And if poker was to go away, if they close all these poker houses, I would not need any extra money in order to live a comfortable life. Believe me when I say that. I'm in a good lane. So we're just talking poker. And I guess maybe I did say something in that video. I'm not even going back to look at it. But apparently I said something that made you think I needed to play poker in order to keep a comfortable life. You know what? I probably did say that I make the money in order to do other things. That's probably what I said. I probably did say that. And maybe that is what you thought. But like I said, that is because I cannot sit tight. I'm still the type of person where I want to do things. So yeah, it does help in that matter, right? It's there to get the money. People that don't play poker would never understand this. They just won't, because they'll see it as gambling, right? They'll see it as gambling, but they'll never see it the way poker players see it. Do you understand that you can walk into, if you know what you're doing, if you know how to play the game, you can sit down and in the first hand, we're talking seconds. As soon as the cards are dealt, we're talking in a matter of seconds. People can get certain hands, and because they think they got a good hand, everybody gets it in. In under 2 minutes, you could be sitting on 1,000 plus. That is how fast the game of poker is. It can either put you up high quick, or it can break you. It happens, right? But at the same time, that I'm telling you, that is how fast you can sit down. And soon as them cards get dealt, and everybody, I've seen it where people got aces, somebody got kings, somebody had ace king, somebody had ace queen, somebody had jacks, and they got it all in. Got it all in. Big pile of chips sitting right there in the middle of the table. Next thing you know, we're talking over $2,000 something in under 2 minutes. That is how fast you can get that money. But if you don't play it, you're not going to understand that. You're not going to know. So with that said, I'm out. Y'all be cool. Peace.